Hey y'all, I'm back again. I went ahead and hard bricked my 7-inch tablet with telephone ability. Oh, I was so devastated. It seems that Ice Cream Sandwich had this bug and I didn't realize it, and I was doing a Nandroid backup and I did notice that my Clockwork mod went from touch version to where I had to use the buttons, and I should have probably been clued in at that point that something was awry, but I didn't. And so I did my Nandroid backup, and then when I went to restore it, the older Clockwork mod was there, and I tried to use that to restore the backup that I'd saved on the other Clockwork mod. Well, long story short, it just looped and looped and looped. So I tried everything, and I do mean everything. I must have spent 3 days trying to fix that problem, but it turns out that there was some kind of Ice Cream Sandwich bug, and if you do a factory reset with stock recovery, there's some kind of partition that gets wiped, and say goodbye. So that was pretty lucky that it was in the 14-day, because they took it back, even though I guess it was really my fault. But and it was the only white faced with the white back 6200 with telephone ability, and I didn't want to get something that was in Samsung Arabia, and it would have been really hard to try to get a RMA or anything. So I just let that go back, and I was like, why didn't I just get the Note anyway, the international one? I was trying to wait for the AT&T one so I could kind of look at it up close and personal before ordering it, but I went ahead and I got this, and let me tell you, people, oh my God, is it worth the wait. Now, I'm going to try to do this. Oh, what I went ahead and did, though, I did skin it, believe it or not. Not the front, I got the white one. But I skinned the sides because I was hoping it was going to have that brush chrome, but it didn't. It just had that flat, boring chrome, and it was just a little too much flat, boring chrome. So I went ahead and I put my pinstriping. I don't know if you can see that because I'm the worst photographer in the world. But it came out really, really good. I really like it much better because it's not got too much chrome. But just to go ahead and show you a couple of things, I don't want to make this video too long, and it's not a review or anything, it's just first impressions, I guess. First of all, I got it so that it'll open. Look, my buttons are camouflaged. So cool. Whoops. Yeah, so you don't have to press the buttons to open it. I went ahead and used the Smart On app because I hate pressing buttons, a pain, and that to me is how you can wind up dropping a phone, because you have to put a certain amount of pressure on the phone rather than just the regular capacitive touch on all the other buttons, and that's when it can slip out of your hands. So if I can have a device that does touch rather than press, that's one less incident I have to worry about. Anyway, just give you a quick what I've done so far. I got my circle launcher, and then I have my ADX launcher, ADWX, and it's so cool because, you know, I hate icons and widgets and all that mess on my home screen. So all I have is, like, I have a couple of different apps right there in the folders, and you can even see what they are. So that's kind of cool. Like, I know if I wanted to do barcode scanner, I can see that's barcode scanner, camera, Instagram, gallery, photo bucket, internet, what have you. Have it all worked out. Got my Google right there. Then here I have my pictures, and it's so cool because this is so powerful, or they've updated the app, I don't know, but used to have a limit of 99 photos, and now I've got 1,200 photos in just this one app, and I mean just this one album. No problems at all. It just loaded it and it's good to go. So, and then this is pretty cool because if you, I mean, as it is, if you pull out this, it'll bring up this if you have it set that way, and you can just start writing. You would have to, oh yeah, you could just start writing. So cool. This pen, even though they have made it bigger, in all the videos I watched, I thought it was going to be even bigger, but it turns out it is pretty thin, but it still works pretty great. I love the little cursor. It's just awesome, but it's not as substantial as I thought. For some reason in all the videos it just looked like it was double the size, but it's still pretty thin, but still pretty cool. Okay, so even though you can pull out the S Pen and get, you know, your note if you wanted, if you didn't want to pull out the S Pen, you could just start writing with your finger. Like if you were on the phone and you need to make a quick jot or whatever and you didn't want to jack with the S Pen, you could just open up this note that I put here and 842, whoops, where is it? 842, whoops, 84227, you know. So that's pretty cool. I keep that note handy just in case, because I am so terrible under pressure. And if I need to do something quick, write down a number, I need to do it quick. So that's all the news about that. And I don't know what's going on. I must have just loaded something that's not good, because I've had this for almost 3 days, and I've had ADW on it for almost 3 days, and it's not crashed once. And now it's crashing every couple of you know, let's see if we can, okay. It'll send a report. Maybe I can read the report and figure it out. I doubt it. So let's send it one more time. I sent it already today, but I'm going to send it again. Well, I'm just going to leave. Well, let's send it. Okay. But something I must have just added. I have to think what I've added, because I added something recently, and that must be jacking with it, because it's really working well. Everything is working so perfect. I don't have one complaint. And I mean, the battery life, that's another reason I wanted the international brand, because I'm on Straight Talk. I can't use LTE speeds, or I should say I don't need them. There's nothing that I'm going to be downloading that, you know, requires that kind of speed. So really, just give you an idea, if I go to the internet, my internet speeds right now, see H+, and, oops, and I'll show you, like, if we were to pull up, I don't know, XDA developers. I mean, it's pretty quick. Okay. That's as fast a speed as I need. And especially from last year when I was with Sprint, this is like LTE. So, no problems there. I love, I've changed the fonts already. I don't know if you could tell, because I went with a pretty basic one, but I love that the settings are up there, because I've always gotten so confused every time I had to go for settings. But, whoops, but display, where is that? Display. I really like that you can change not only the font, but like the SGS III, you can change the size. And that's pretty cool. And that's one of the reasons I used to root, was to change the LCD density. But that's something you wouldn't catch me doing even if I did root, because I've read about too many people boot looping. And I'm not even happy to make this statement, because I'm pretty sure anybody that really knows the internals of Android will totally disagree with me. But the way I see it, there's just too many things that can go wrong at this point. I mean, every time you read about things, you always read how, you know, good on gingerbread and earlier or whatever. And so in my way of thinking, rooting these expensive devices, unless you truly know what you're doing, and I truly don't, it's just not worth it to me. This is so perfect. It's so fast, and it's, you know, I even can use my hotspot, which is so cool. I don't know, like most places, if you're not paying for that, I know that Verizon did away with it, but AT&T still tells you that you don't have a hotspot plan, and so does Sprint. But with mine, I guess because of Straight Talk or something, I just can go right into settings. I can go into more settings and tethering and portable hotspot. I know it works. I did it at work. I just turned on my hotspot. See? And then if you hold it in, it'll give you a code, and it'll tell you find that AP and connect using that password, and you're in. And I used it. And I mean, I'm not going to use it for, you know, streaming music or anything, but if I need to get on a couple of pages on a full-size laptop, hell yeah. So that's pretty cool. This has NFC, which is so cool. SB, I mean, it's got everything. There is nothing. I have waited for this phone for almost 6 months, and I was a little afraid that, like the Note the Note 1 that I was going to be like, oh, it's too big. But oh, let me tell you, it is not too big. It is the perfect size. Perfect. I mean, just perfect. So that's it for now. I mean, I might be doing a review. I don't know. But I just wanted to share how awesome this phone is. And usually when you wait for something, and I mean, it was easier to wait because I was using the Ion on my Infuse, which was such a fantastic ROM. It made it easy to wait, but still, the screen was broken, and you did notice the, you know, lack of speed in some features or some apps. And when this finally came out, I just thought, oh, you're finally going to be disappointed because you waited for so long. But nope. Love it. So that's all. Bye, y'all.